Hello everyone. Today I wanted to make a quick video about how I'm planning on mounting my shifter to the GT Omega Titan racing seat. As you can see, I have one of these USB shifters from China. This one happens to be the Project D with the Hall sensors. But as you can see here, the holes would only line up on one side. So the default shifter plate really wouldn't do for this too great. I mean, you could probably get away with it, but the idea I had was to order another one of the TSS plates for the TSS handbrake. I used my first one to mount my other USB handbrake to in a horizontal manner. I have another YouTube video about that, but I basically just stuck it down in the hole there and then drilled 2 holes through it and put screws in it, and that holds my handbrake. Now I bought another TSS plate and I actually cut it down, and the reason I did that, let me move this out of the way. So you can see here, it's huge. If you compare it to the original plate, it's pretty big. So, or if you just stick it right there, compare. Yeah. So it's giant. So it still doesn't line up perfectly with my shifter, but if you put it in the right way, you can get 2 screws perfectly fine through there, and then at least it's still supported in the back. And I think I might, maybe put a zip tie, or if I can fit it, maybe another small bolt through there. But really, it would be fine. It's going to be fine with just the 2 bolts. There's no way I'm going to yank it off of there, which I've got pretty big bolts too. But so what I did was, because it sticks out so far, I just testing it out, I scraped my leg pretty bad on it, just trying to get into the seat. Also stuck up a lot higher because I cut it down. So what the plan is here, I discovered after looking around it a fair amount, because before I cut it down, it was about this high. That was as low as it would go. So obviously, you got the seat there, and then it sticks out that much. So the idea I had after looking underneath was to cut it down so that I could lower it down low enough, and then I can slide it partially under the seat here, and then that gives me more room and less chances of scraping my leg up. And then I can mount my shifter right there. And I used to have the Logitech shifter pretty much in the exact same position. So I would step into it with my left leg, and then throw my leg over the shifter and plant my foot right here and sit down over it because it's low enough not to be in the way. And it looks like this is going to work out the exact same way. So that's perfect. And I have tested it. As long as you have it at the right height, you can slide the seat back and forth just fine. So it's just a matter of adjusting this out far enough so that whatever position the seat's in, it doesn't rub up against the shifter. So that's just going to be a matter of adjustment. Okay, so you can see here that if you have it in the right position, you can slide it back and forth all you want without it. I haven't tightened up this part yet, but yeah, you can see if you have it at the right height, it doesn't get in the way at all. So I think it's going to work out just fine. Okay, so I have the shifter bolted down. with my 2 screws here, and I'm going to put a couple zip ties on that side just to kind of hold it firm over there. It's going to be fine. I could totally not do that, but I just like zip ties. Yep. So now I just have to determine how far out I want it, which involves getting in the seat and seeing what's comfortable. And also what happens to be good about this shifter is that I can actually, if I want to, I can raise the knob a truckload. It may fall off, which will be funny, but just want to show you how far it'll go. Yeah, there we go. That's where it ends. So I could have it that high, and then this collar screws up to meet it to make it look nice. But I could have it that much higher if I wanted to. But I'm just going to start it with it as low as possible and go from there. But it looks like everything is going pretty smoothly so far, and just gotta sit in the seat and see where I want the shifter. I could probably make it slightly higher if I wanted to, maybe. Actually, not really, no, because it's pretty much right up against the bottom of the seat. It still goes back and forth just fine. So what I did, I mean, honestly, because of the width of the shifter, you can't even stick it in there as far as it would let you, because you obviously don't want the shifter rubbing up against the seat if you ever have to go backward and forward, which, you know, if you have guests over, you might get moved around. So, yep, like I said, it might, and like I said, it might also be further out, just depends on what's comfortable. But what I do know is that I'm a lot less likely to trip over that, you know, and scrape myself up than I was that. So, okay, so you can see here where I decided what I thought would be most comfortable. Got it all bolted down. So really very little bit of it's going under the seat, but it wouldn't have been possible to get it down there before because of the height of the pole. Also, the way I cut it was, I have an unfinished laundry room, so I basically clamped it parallel to one of the exposed beams, that, you know, the studs that go up and down, and I used a multi-tool to cut through it, and just cut straight across, and just clamped it to the beam so that I'd have a nice stable place to cut. So that was pretty easy. And you can see here, it's rock solid. So, also I put my 2 zip ties on the other side from below, so they're nice and clean. And tomorrow I have some rubber corner protectors coming that I'm going to put on these 3 corners. I also made sure that this didn't protrude too far into the seat, just so nobody scratches themselves on that, but I'm still going to put a corner protector on it anyway, just to be on the safe side, because you know how it is. You can walk down the same set of stairs 1,000 times and then still end up falling down them at some point. It just takes once to do it the wrong way. But, yep. Anyway, so I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.